You always tell yourself that you'll start soon, when life feels less crazy and you feel like you're more prepared. But deep down, if you're honest with yourself, you know it's not about time. It's really never about time. You are afraid of something. You are afraid of actually putting yourself out there in front of everybody to see, and you're afraid of screwing up. So you decide to play it safe. You play it safe, and now you're feeling frustrated that you're actually not accomplishing the goals that you've set out to accomplish in your life, and you feel like your life is not moving towards anything. If this feels like you, then this episode is for you. There were many times in my life when I told myself that I would start when things felt more put together, but that time never came. I'd fill my day up with things that felt like progress, but ultimately I was just putting things off. I had to be honest about that. I had to be honest with myself that I was just wasting time because deep down I was afraid. And at some point in your life, you have to stop waiting to feel ready. You have to stop building yourself up to think that you're going to feel ready when the moment comes. The only way to actually do something in your life is to actually do it. Whether you're ready or not, you actually just have to do it. Be honest with yourself and check what you're really waiting for. Is it more time? Is that really what you need? You know you've been telling yourself that I need more time for months now. You've been telling yourself I need more time for years now, maybe. Years have gone by. You still haven't done the thing, right? So it's not more time. It's not more time that you need. If you're truly honest with yourself, and which you understand this, and you know this is true and you feel this, it's because you are afraid. You're scared inside about this thing that you want to do. And you're afraid about how big this thing is. That's one. You're afraid about if you have the skills to accomplish these things, if you have the knowledge to actually do these things. That's number two. But really, the thing that you're truly, truly afraid of, and the more honest thing that you're afraid of, is the judgment of your friends and your family and the people around you. What are people going to think about me if I told them I wanted to do XYZ? What are people going to think about me if they see me doing this thing and they actually see me be bad at it? Because most of the time when we start something new, we're not going to be very good. That is what you're afraid of. That is the root cause of why you wait. You wait because you're scared and you're choosing not to confront that fear. And it's time to change that, and you can change that. If you are waiting to feel ready and you feel stuck and you feel like no matter what you do, you just can't get over that hump and get yourself to do the thing, subscribe to the Be Unafraid podcast, where we share episodes every single week and talk about those barriers that are holding us back and how to overcome those things so that you can actually start to get things done and build momentum in your life. So let's get back into the episode. One of my favorite things is by Shifu Shihang Yi, Master Shihang Yi, who is a Shaolin warrior monk from Shaolin Temple, Europe. And he talks about accomplishing things in life. We look at the big things in life, the big goals in life, and we want to do more of those big things. And a lot of people struggle with that. A lot of people struggle to do those big things, and they wonder why. They wonder why they can't actually do those big things, and they procrastinate, and they just tell themselves they're going to do it later, they're going to do it tomorrow, they're going to do it when they feel ready, but they're not actually doing things to get them ready. And that's because they are looking at the big things and they're ignoring completely, like what you're doing is ignoring the little things. The little things are the things that actually will help you accomplish the big things. Because as Shifu Shihang Yi mentions, in order to handle the big things, you must first be able to handle the little things. So you need to start to look at the small things in your life. You have a big goal. You have a big goal, and every single big goal can be broken down into little things. You can have little things that you can do every single day to work your way towards a big goal. And doing those things consistently is what's going to get you there. So you've got to now start to look at that. Think about the goal that you have. Think about the thing that you have. Think about the thing that you're procrastinating, the thing that you're putting away. What is one thing that you can do today, that you can do this week, that you can do this month? You don't have to do the whole entire thing right now. You just have to build into it. Remind yourself why that thing matters. That thing matters so much to you for XYZ. Use that to fuel you to do those little things. Once you start being able to handle those little things, what will happen is you build confidence. You build confidence because confidence is built when you see results. And when you see results, you become more emboldened and more courageous to take a little bit more risk. So those little things start to get bigger and bigger. You start to doing medium things. And from medium things, you start to do big-ish things. And then to big-ish things, all of a sudden now you're starting to do big things because you've built up that confidence. And that's the key. Confidence is not something that you have overnight. Confidence is not something that you just get. Confidence is something that you have to build through repetition. It's like a muscle when you go work out in the gym. You just don't get good biceps. You just don't get good abs. You don't get a good chest. You don't get a good back just overnight. You get that by pumping iron constantly, by doing those abs constantly, by doing those bicep curls constantly for months and for years and years. And that's ultimately how you build those muscles. Very same thing with confidence. You don't get confidence just by doing one big thing. You get confidence by doing little things over and over and over again. And then now you start to see yourself as a confident person and you start to actually go and do more courageous things. If you keep waiting on the right time, you already know how that goes. Nothing happens, nothing gets accomplished. You stay stuck exactly where you are. But if you start with even the little things, start small, you'll start to gain momentum. And all of a sudden, you're already more in progress than where you were a couple of steps ahead. You're already better just by doing the little things. In order to handle the big things, you must first be able to handle the little things. What is one little thing that you can finally get done this week? One little thing that you've been avoiding. One little thing that you've been avoiding. Find out what skills you need to do to get that thing done. Find out who can help you to get that thing done and do the little things. It does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be this big, grand thing. It just has to get you moving because momentum is everything in life and urgency is everything in life. And when something feels urgent, you have momentum to do it. And when you start to build momentum, it directly translates to confidence. And when you have confidence, you will go out there and do those big things. If you keep telling yourself that you just need motivation to get things done and you just find yourself not getting that motivation, or you're motivated today, motivated the next day, and then you're not motivated again, then there's a problem. There's something that you're telling yourself, and it is a lie that you're telling yourself, keeping you stuck in that loop of constantly seeking motivation. Check this episode right here where I talk about what that lie is, how to overcome it, and how to actually build consistent energy to keep going forward. So check it out.